Test, test, test. Is that out there? Well, the reason I'm up here, I actually did my thing earlier, but they needed somebody to sing a Steve Goodman song because nobody had done it yet. By the shores of a great lake they call the Lake Michigan, where the wind they call the hawk blows so cold, an old Cub fan lay dying as his midnight hour tolled. Of course, all his friends had gathered around his bedside. They knew his time was short. And on his head, they put a bright blue cap for his all-time favorite sport. The dying man said, "Hey, it's getting dark in here now. I guess pretty soon I'll have to go. But before I leave the lineup, there's just one thing I'd like to know. Do they still sing the blues in Chicago when the baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground? When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy, but now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League." Dying man, he says, you know, the law of averages says that everything will happen that can. But the last time the Cubs won a National League pennant was the year we dropped the bomb on Japan. He said, the Cubs led me down the primrose path. They robbed my youth from me. I'd go up in the bleachers, forsaking my teachers in flagrant truancy. And of course, one thing led to another. Soon I discovered alcohol, gambling, dope, football, tennis, lacrosse, backgammon. But what can you expect when you raise up a young man's hopes and then just crush them like so many paper beer cups? Year after year after year, after year after year after year, until those hopes are no more than just so much popcorn for the pigeons underneath the L tracks to eat. Oh, I know I'll never see Wrigley Field again before I go on to my final rest. But if you've all got your pencils and scorecards ready, I'd like to give you my last request. He said, I want a double-header funeral in Wrigley Field on a sunshiny weekend day, no lights. Have the organist play the national anthem and a little na-na-na-na, hey, goodbye. I want the bullpen pitchers to carry my coffin and the groundskeepers to smooth my path. And somebody get the umpires to bark me out at each base in all their Somebody go find Jack Brickhouse. Get him to come out here and just do one last interview. He said, I want all the Cubs to run out into the middle of the field and have Keith Moreland drop a routine fly. Give everybody a couple of hot dogs and a Frosty shake. And good people, I'll be ready to die. You can build me a bonfire out of Louisville sluggers around home plate and have Lee Smith throw my coffin in. And then let my ashes flow in a beautiful snow, propelled by the 35-mile-per-hour prevailing southwest wind. And as my mortal remains clear the left field bleachers, I'll bid the bleacher bums adieu and gracefully waft to my final resting place on Waveland Avenue. You know, the dying man's friends couldn't take too much of that stuff. They said, Stop it. Don't talk like that. That's a shame. Dying man said, don't cry. We'll all meet by and by near the heavenly Hall of Fame. He said, I've got season tickets to watch the Angels play now. And that's just what I'm going to do. But it's you folks here on Earth that are stuck with the Cubs, so I think it's me that should be feeling sorry for you. Just play me that old Lonesome Losers song one more time. You know, that's the one that I love the best. And then he closed his eyes and he slipped away from us. So I'd like to honor the dying Cub fans' last request. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when the baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground? When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy. But now they all bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League.
David Bromberg.